everybody, welcome back to Rosemary and Rage. Before we get started into Rosemary and Rage, there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about, just little housekeeping things. Who Done It at the Winery is available now, and it's available in a anthology titled Murder Doesn't Take a Vacation, and that is free at all ebook outlets. So make sure you jump over there and grab one. That will not be the case for very much longer. I think maybe another month or two. So again, Who Done It at the Winery takes the two main characters from Haywood Herbalist Cozy Mysteries, Sam and Jordan, and sends them on vacation to live their best life. And Who Done It at the Winery is available for free in the anthology Murder Doesn't Take a Vacation, which is available at all ebook outlets. Now, I was thinking last time we talked about the house my husband and I used to live in a zillion years ago, and how he went in and ripped up all of the carpet and pulled the paneling off the walls. And I thought of another thing that was pretty funny when we had a water leak in our kitchen. And the kitchen, you had this side was cabinets and countertops, and then this side was mainly appliances and sinks. So straight down the middle, and then the floor had to come out between these in the kitchen. And you know when you when you in the TV shows, the bad guy is always like, let's go out to the forest and you're gonna dig your own grave, and they always dig like a 6-foot long grave and then a couple feet wide, and then they shoot the bad guy and he falls in. But that's what our kitchen looked like. So we had this space of flooring that looked like somebody had dug out a grave, and we either had to try to jump it, or we had to like walk tippy-toe around it, or we could have just like walked right through it. But we were literally looking at the bottom of our house, and we did not under our house, and we did not have a very good contractor. So this was like this for weeks. So anyway, I was just thinking about that house and how funny it was, and how it kind of relates to this book with the whole house being torn up for renovations and stuff. So anyway, back to Rosemary and Rage. This book is done. Yay! And I do have to admit, I was a little worried about it because as I said last time, I start out every book, I have a plan. I know who the murderer is, I have my clues, I have everything lined up. And that did not happen in this book. So I was freaked out. I was really freaking out about this book. But I just kept writing, I kept going, and finally I was like, okay, this is the murderer. Finally. So everything worked out good. I'm really happy with the book. I hope you guys will love it too. But I wanted to talk today about the clues because we haven't done that yet. And I kind of held off because, well, I didn't know who the murderer was. So the clues kind of shifted and morphed, and so, but we're going to talk about the clues. And again, you will not know who the killer is. I'm just going to keep everything very, very general. So, as we know, our victim was hit over the head, and then he was put in a car, and he was nail gunned to the seat, and then the car was turned on in a closed garage, and he was left to die. So, obviously, two clues that we have are a nail gun, and then we also have a bloody rag. And these two clues show up in a place that is very obvious, but probably so obvious that you kind of go, is that really, is this place really linked to the killer or not? So maybe a little bit of a red herring there. We're not sure. The second clue we have has to do with some boxes that are found in Sam and Jordan's garage. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't know if you guys have a bunch of boxes in your garage, but I just had to clean out my parents' house. And the stuff that we found in there, oh man, a lot of stuff. One of the main clues in this book are people's actions and their reactions to this murder. So we have one guy who's just kind of indifferent, not a big fan of the victim, just kind of indifferent about it. We have the grieving widow. She's very upset, but is she really? I don't know. Then we have the guy who's avoiding the police. Is he avoiding the police because he's the killer, or is he avoiding the police because he just doesn't want to talk to the police? Which I get. I understand. And then we have the guy with something to hide. That has nothing to do with the murder. He just has something to hide. And then we have the person who is having an affair. And of course, they're not really too interested in talking to the police because they've been doing very, very bad things. So these are the biggest clues in this book, mainly the people's actions and reactions to the murder. But the biggest clue is going to be found at a high school science fair. So I will leave you with that. This book, Rosemary and Rage, is going to be out in May. May 15th. And it will be available on my store earlier than that. I'm not sure when it is at the editor's right now, and she's doing her thing, then I'll get it back. But I will have it done before May 15th. So thank you for joining me today for Rosemary and Rage. Next up, we are going to be looking at Homicide at the Hotel, which will be book 2 in Deadly Destinations, Cozy Mysteries, which Whodunit at the Winery is book 1, and then Homicide at the Hotel will be book 2. And again, this is Sam and Jordan from the Haywood Herbalist Cozy Mysteries. I know it gets so confusing. I should make some map of everything. I think I'll do that. So anyway, have a great week, and we will talk to you soon when we get into Homicide at the Hotel.